Football Thursday, Cowboys week.
That's right.
We have a hell of a game tonight as well. Baltimore versus the Bengals.
Yep.
And we are back, man. Week 10, 5 weeks to go in the regular season.
What?
5 weeks to go in the regular season.
We just got started.
So I know in most leagues, 7-7 get you there. If you're sitting there waiting, thinking like, man, what could I do to get in? Well, I got in with a 7-7 record last year. So did Greg, and we both went to the chip.
Yep.
And this is the result of a 7-7 season. So don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't despair. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
But man, what's going on?
I don't know if it's going to happen for me this year. You know, while the theme music was playing, I was making sure I scratched my face, and because I noticed like my face will start itching during when we go live, and I'm sitting there, doing all this, and I'm like, let me get that out of the way. So now that that's out of the way, yeah, I don't know if it's in the cards for me because I started out 0-5,
right?
And it just I don't think my team has been bad. They've just not performed. I've got good players. I got Breece Hall and Jahmyr Gibbs, and I didn't really have a quarterback because I settled for Richardson, and I've been fighting that uphill battle. And that really affects you, but yeah. Well, I waited, and it was going to be him or Daniels, and damn, I just picked the wrong one. So I went with Richardson because he was going into his second year. I thought after the injury he'd be better, but he wasn't.
I don't know why you don't just get Jalen. He's an absolute machine.
I was waiting. I waited. I didn't draft a quarterback till like the 7th round, and so that hurt me because I was going heavy running back receiver, and like I said, I'm okay. I had Diggs. He's out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Moore has completely underperformed. I dropped him today. So
really,
go get him if you want him. Happy 6 points per week to you if you want DJ Moore. I noticed that he was rostered in like 90% of the league and started in like 77. I'm like, who is still starting him?
Fantasy football. It's almost like a religion. It's built off of hope.
Yeah. Well, look at his game log. He's had 1 week of 20 points, and then every week has been 6. He is good Lord. I had to drop him today because I had to take Juwan Jennings off of IR. So it was either I dropped Juwan Jennings, and he may not even play. He's questionable this week, but I either have to drop Juwan Jennings or I have to drop Moore. And I was like, screw it. Look at it.
Yeah, just like 2 weeks that he was really solid for you.
Look at the last 3.
Yeah,
man. It is a lot of has to do with Caleb Williams and not performing well. And they're playing New England this week, which isn't a slouch of a defense. And then they got Green Bay. It's like, and then they got Minnesota. I'm like, nah, done.
Yeah, it's crazy. How did you manage to pick up 2 quarterbacks that has like 44% average? They're young. I mean, it's all hit or miss, man. My quarterbacks, I like to draft them when they're proven, especially for fantasy football, because it's so. Well, you had Kirk Cousins at one point. What happened with that? And Aaron Rodgers. You've had 4 quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, I've had a revolving door of quarterbacks. Well, look at Kirk Cousins' numbers. He had the 50 burger, and then he hadn't done anything outstanding since then. So I had to look at that. Well, he had 42 and then 30 last week, but he had the 17 and then the 24. So since the 50, when he dropped that, look at the 24, 17. No, you can't ride with that every week. And so there's some weeks where they just heavy run. So I had to drop him. I had Rodgers, and Rodgers has underperformed this year. The one that I wish I would have kept, but I didn't. The one that I made a mistake on quarterback was Jared Goff, because I had him for a week. Then he went on bye, and the roster was so packed, and I had to have another quarterback. And I'm like, well, I'll drop him. Nobody's going to pick up Jared Goff. I'll pick him back up. And no, he's gone. Right now I'm riding with Tua and Russ. Yeah, look at his number. Well, he said that last week was rough. Somebody might be dropping him soon. But yeah, he's had if you look to 4, 6, and 7, he had pretty good week.
Oh yeah, he's been super efficient as well too. When you have a run game that's that well, sometimes more is less. In some games, you see this, this right here, 15, 12. Yeah, I mean, last week you had to throw it a little bit, but against Tennessee, They just ran it down their throats, it seems like.
Yep.
But yeah, man, golfers have a hell, and you have a good defense as well too.
Right.
So they're playing well on offense, and they have a good defense. So they're going to run it up, man. And you have a top 5 receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown is.
And now Jameson Williams will come back, and you got Laporta, you got those 2 backs. So they're looking pretty good. And like I said, when you got a team that's championship caliber, it's nice to have that quarterback. But I'm okay. I'm riding with concussion boy right now. So,
oh man,
I think Monday night I'll wear one of those caps in solidarity with Tua, because since he won't wear one, I'll wear one for him.
You're going to be against Too Much Sauce, the league leader.
Yeah, I'm going to get
right now.
I'm hoping the Ravens shut Burrow out tonight, but I'm probably going to get my ass beat. It is what it is. I like I said, I don't have a horrible team. I've got McLaurin. I have Williams. I had, DJ Moore, which I dropped. I picked up Tyrone Tracy as my flex. He's been good. Ferguson is a tight end, and now I got Juwan Jennings, Younghoe Koo, the Minnesota defense. It's not like I have the bottom of the barrel team.
Right.
It's just I get a majority of them do not perform. So I'll get the weeks where Gibbs only has like 15 points because Montgomery got all the touchdowns. And Breece Hall, I will say, he started out the season pretty well. And then as they've spiraled, and I think a lot of this, so he's not been bad. So you see, he's had a couple of rough weeks. He had a really couple right there, 6 and 7 were great. But then you look at 4 and 5, and then you look at the last 2. That's not what you need out of your top running back. But I think a lot of this has to do with, and I should have known better, Aaron Rodgers running backs do not tend to do well. And it's because of Aaron Rodgers. He has got such an ego. They get around the goal line. Watch it. If you've never paid attention, they get around the goal line, they're throwing. They're not just going to hand it off to Breece or Braylon Allen and let him get a touchdown. They're throwing. Yeah. So I should have realized that, because Aaron Jones is having a heck of a year, and he doesn't have to deal with that ego of Rodgers. I don't know what his numbers are, but I know he's not doing bad.
So yeah, no, he's been solid up there.
So yeah, look at that. 24, what is that? 15, 17,
like he's averaging around
24, 30 before that, 23. So he's only had like 2 down weeks.
And one of them against the Jets, which is understandable.
Exactly. So Aaron Jones is having a much better year because he doesn't have to deal with the ego of a quarterback that has to throw it at the goal line. How many touchdowns? He only has 2 tutties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, that's surprising. He has all those points with just 2 touchdowns. Receiving wise, he's got 1. So 3 altogether.
3 total. But but if you got a running back, even if he's RB2 and he's getting you these numbers, you should be doing okay with Aaron Jones for sure. But now Breece Hall is a big letdown. Man, it seemed like his rookie season was so long ago, but I still remember that trade and everything that with Breece Hall trade. And who was it? Breece Hall. And who did you trade? You traded Breece Hall. Did you trade him away, or you traded for him?
I think I traded for him. I can't remember.
Like his rookie year or something. Yeah. Like that. Anyway, you and Joe, I think.
Traded
something like that. Anyway, so you got Tua. He has a bit of your handcuff in Hill, especially with Waddle. Waddle has been playing well at all, but has a little bit of your handcuff. These guys are so boom or bust, man. With
Kyron's solid though. Kyron, I mean, every week he's been solid. Look at that, 20, 20. Yeah, he's a guaranteed 20 at least. They had 15 last week, but he is so solid.
Yeah, I went against him last week. I mean, I got the lucky, and he still had high score on me. Yeah, still. Dobbins was super solid.
Yep, Dobbins has been okay. Yeah, that's a reason. Yeah, look at that. That's the reason why he's leading the league right now. So,
because he probably got these guys. Well, it's no telling. I wonder where they were drafted at. Let's see. Drafted him 12th round, 9th pick.
Wow.
So
that's a bargain.
When you are getting players that can get you 20 a week in the 12th round, you had a hell of a draft.
Yep.
You had a hell of a draft.
I think I drafted Chase Brown in the 12th round, and I don't even have him anymore. Dropped him a while ago. Should have kept him.
Williams, second round. Kyron Williams off the board. So you got an RB1 and an RB2, which are both playing like RB1s.
Yeah.
In the second and in the 10 rounds apart. I mean,
yeah, makes you want to punch a baby.
Dobbins was hurt all the time with the Ravens.
So
that was an absolute steal. It does take some things to
Yeah.
to surprise and shock the league. I think mine was Nico Collins last year. Picked
Yeah.
up Nico. Everybody's like, whatever. I dropped him even once, picked him back up, and then he started to go. Traded Pollard away from us, my brother in the chat. Welcome. What's up, bro? He said traded Pollard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you remember that trade? Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember. That was
Yeah,
that's right. Because Pollard it was like an even thing. We were like neither one was doing well toward the end of the year, so it was even.
Joe started to harass me.
Yeah,
like I remember. I remember it because my wife was going TDY to Hawaii, and I was with her. And soon as I land, my phone starts, you off the plane phone blowing up. I'm like, fuck, this Joe just, hey man, is the league going to screw me on that Brees Hall trade? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you? What are you talking? What about this league that makes people believe they're going to screw you? I said, first of all, look, it's 10 managers in here. If people want to veto it, it's their prerogative as a manager. Fuck you mean? Are people going to screw you? They don't even know you.
Nobody cares. Nobody cared.
I mean, we let Jacoby Myers. I try not to. I try not to say anything or just let everybody vote and shit like that and do the thing. But if it reaches 6 votes, then I'll just push the trade through. And that's what the last one did. But that Jacoby Myers for the kicker, Justin Tucker, that was the weirdest trade I think I've seen. A kicker for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he's still carrying 2 kickers. But anyway, yeah, so that was a little historic. Okay, so it was the Pollard trade, but I do remember it. So I remember trying to chill in Hawaii and Joe's blowing my phone. I'm like, man, that's not Hawaii. Leave me alone. Stop harassing me, man. Yeah, Kyle Pitts. Let's see here. You're going to be against Kyle Pitts.
Last week was rough, but I just think that because they ran the ball so much on Dallas.
And this is with that was with Drake London going down after 2 catches. So I was surprised.
If you watch that game, it was they just pounded the hell out of the Dallas defense with the run game.
Yeah, Robinson is having an incredible year. That's why I keep trying to handcuff him with Algier.
Yep.
Just in case anything happens, because Bijan is a monster right now. He's single. Every time you think, I keep forgetting how fast he is, because he's a big back, but then you see the acceleration, you're like, oh shit. But Kyron Williams got Tyreek Hill going against Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Adams came off a concussion and still scored a touchdown on me last week. Just ridiculous. So you got some home run hitters. You got James Williams. He's back.
Going back off suspension. Yeah, he's had a couple of pretty good games. He had the 19 and then 20, and then then the whole suspension thing. He had the bad game and then the suspension. So,
so they're coming up on Houston this week. Okay. See what else.
And Houston's defense doesn't, they don't really, they've not been playing great. It's surprising because Houston has a lot of talent, but they've had the injuries on the offensive side. Yeah. And so they've been winning games, but they've been winning some close battles, man.
Yeah, because their offense doesn't keep the ball as long as they did last year.
Mixon's a godsend for them because without him, like with us with Saquon, they would really be struggling. So when he went out for a while, I thought they were gonna go in the tank, especially when Nico and Stephon goes out.
Because you can't lose your top 2 receivers and everything's going to be it's luckily they have Tank Dell. They're lucky to even have Tank Dell.
Well, Nico was supposed to be back this week. I had somebody in my other league try to offer me Tank Dell for Nick Chubb straight up. And I'm like, I have Nico Collins. I had Nico on the IR. I'm like, dude, why are you trying to send me another Texans receiver when I already got one? And you want me to give up Nick Chubb for Dell? Now, if I was like, if you give me any other receiver like Tank for Nick, because I have Kareem Hunt, I have Mixon, I have Saquon. So it's like, all right, Nick is kind of my in case running back. So I get it. It's on my bench, just in case any one of those 3 goes down. But he tried to offer me Tank Dell for it. I was like, no, I don't do that. I don't a trade for 2 receivers from the same team, especially when Nico coming back. If Nico was out for the season, I would have probably made that trade for sure.
Right. Okay, here goes Nico right here. Not practicing Thursday. That's not good. Let's see. So look, you may dodge Nico again this week if he's not practicing.
He's on my bench right now, but I also have AJ, so I need him to play.
Yeah.
I have Waddle. I'm trying to think. I have Pickens in that other league. I'm actually in first in that league. but it's like no money. It's all for fun. Who plays for fun?
That's crazy. You do that stuff for like offices or something.
It's like
an office league.
It's like $20, but yeah, it's all right. It's always the ones that I lead too.
Hey, this damn. You did drop DJ Moore, man. Shit, I may drop. I'd rather have him than Allen. I just don't, man. But Allen has 10 targets. Let me go to my matchup this week.
You can have him. God bless you if he does well. I'm already 3-5, so it's like, what else can I do? 3-6.
So I'm going up against Jaden Daniels this week.
Nice,
but I still like my QB matchup. Pittsburgh has a good defense, and they will get after it, especially if Watt is playing. They really get after it. So that's helpful. That if he's going to play against anybody, at least he has to worry about Watt within those ribs to worry about. Hate going up against Montgomery, but at least Taylor's back. Oh, at least Taylor's back. Let's see how Williams has been doing for him this year. Huh.
Yeah, he had that one big one.
Right here.
30 and then
New Orleans. Who doesn't do well against New Orleans?
These days, holy smoke.
Yeah, Carolina, Baltimore.
And then Carolina. And so now they got KC coming up. That's gonna be tough. That defense, man.
Good defense. So
Atlanta too. So
the only thing I always worry about when I'm going up against people that have Kansas City is that they may have the ball more, but Kansas City hasn't been lighting it up. So it's probably not going to be that big of a deal.
I think with D-Hop, they will start that game against the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
D-Hop showed out. So I was like, uh-oh, that's what we didn't need.
We'll see, man. See if my flyer, this old Cortland Sutton guy, I mean, he's like, last couple of weeks he's done well. He even threw a touchdown. They did the Philly special.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Threw the touchdown. Man, he's been solid. This 1 week is the week against New Orleans. After I'm just talking shit about anybody can do well against New Orleans, a nothing burger.
Yeah.
Against New Orleans. And that made me like really hesitant, but that obviously was an anomaly because then you come back next week with 11 targets and then 10. So they must have talked about it. He pulled Bo to the side like, hey, man, look at this paper, man.
Yeah.
I don't even have a target. What do you mean? So I'm 6'4". What are you talking about? I know you see me out here. So yeah, man, that's one that's spooking. But hopefully with the reason why all my injuries, I got Drake London injured. I have DK Metcalf injured. So just being able to pick him up and have him was like hoping that Drake did practice this week. So that's good. It's back-to-back practice with a hip injury. He was riding the bike during the game. I thought he could have came back in, but maybe he was like, I'll stay on if y'all need me, but my hip hurts too much to get back out here. And it's just the Cowboys.
And now they got New Orleans who are the sellers at the trade deadline and let go of Lattimore. So he doesn't have Lattimore to deal with out there. So I think it could be a good day for Falcons receivers because I think New Orleans is like, yeah, we're done. Yeah. When you're selling Lattimore, when you're a seller at the trade deadline, that's why I worry about the Rams is because they were right there. Yeah. They were getting ready to let Kupp go. They were getting let Nakua go. They're going to let Stafford go. And then they won. They beat the Vikings. And now, nope, and because the West is so crappy. Everybody was at 500 or just below 500, and it's like the Rams could easily win that division. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, 100%. Man, Najee's been a little bit of a savior for me this year. He's been holding it down, man. He's been super solid. I mean, just to get, he's only had one where he's had like just a 10 and 11. He started slow.
Well, that's because
I think Warren kept. I'm sorry.
I think it was because Fields, because I think defenses were coming up.
Yeah,
defend Fields because Fields' running ability. So you had more defenses in the box. Yeah. And then as soon as Russ took over and they have to spread him out, man, he's gone off.
Plus with Warren being hurt, but Warren has been back, to be fair, these past couple games. Yeah. So it has been him. And he's just been running, I guess when you're in a situation where you are going to be able to run, you run with a little more spirit, a little more power. Because since Russ has been back, you're right. He's been even running harder. Maybe because he can see the box and it's like, oh man, it's not 8, 9 in the box.
Exactly. No disrespect to Fields. That was the defense is showing him respect.
He's just as dangerous with his feet, man. as anything else. And they were winning too. So you're going to try to figure out how to stop them.
Yeah, exactly. No disrespect. It was hard on Najee, I thought, because defenses were lining up to stop the run, period. And they were like challenging Fields to throw. But yeah, he did. I thought Fields did great for the games he was in there. But Russ is like taking him to another level. So we'll see if that keeps up this week.
This is my absolute. This is like my wild card, man.
Shot in the dark.
Just that's all it is. I'm like, because I know if this works out, this could go crazy.
No pun intended. Shot in the dark.
Oh yeah. You know what? I started thinking about Survivor with the shot in the dark. I don't know. He did get shot, and I don't know if it was dark.
It was probably dark. I mean, it would be bad if he had not survived, but so it's okay.
Yeah, I
didn't mean to say that. It's funny that as soon as I said it, I realized what I said.
That was oh shit. But yeah, man, I think he's one of them guys that if it goes right, it go, because I mean he was spectacular in college. You know, he was 23 as a senior. That's fucking old. But
right.
I'm like, you're 24-year-old
everybody beer.
Yeah. I seen this weekend. I don't know which team it was. It was like the 7th year senior, like Texas Tech. It's like his 3rd college. I'm like, come on, 7th year senior, bro. Come on, man. Give it up. Go sell insurance.
Yeah. Who was a quarterback that was like 30?
I remember that. But at least he got to college a little late. Same thing with Bo Nix. Bo Nix has been there a long time.
Wasn't Whedon was his name?
Brandon Whedon, Oklahoma State.
Yeah, like 30 years old when he got drafted.
But that was like an anomaly. Most of these kids are like 24, 23, 24 coming out. Right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Whedon married, had 3 kids.
Fucking crazy. Come on, man. But hey, good for him. I bet that 1 year changed this, a couple years, get all that money.
I think he stayed as a backup for a little while. And then he started, collecting AARP money. His Social Security check started coming in. He had to leave the NFL.
I mean, absent of injury, this has to be the worst draft pick of the year on anybody.
Yeah.
This is a big, big letdown. I mean, second round draft pick. You telling me I could have had Kyron Williams? You telling me I could have had J.K. Dobbins?
This is a lot of people.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. God damn. And then even in the Eagles game, I noticed he basically got benched after he hit the ball, lost the ball when Baum got the interception.
Yep.
He really didn't touch the ball after that.
Nope.
I thought that was a bang bang play. I didn't think it was nothing to like blame ETN on.
Yeah.
But he didn't really get the ball after that. So, but then when you want Tank to lead, Tank doesn't do all that great either. So Tank looked like a good change of pace back, but I still think Travis Etienne is better. He's just more explosive at times.
Yeah.
But overall, I like Etienne better. It's not even just because I have him, but man, he's had even better.
He's had some big games. Yep.
Here, right. It's like, but I guess he's really boom or bust. He can get you either 30 or maybe 10. Depending on. Nobody wants to. I bet Rod is going through it. Like how do you know when to start a guy like this? How about that? How do you know when to start him?
Definitely not against Minnesota.
I mean, shit. How do you even know? So, worst draft pick, 2nd round. God damn, man. This sucks, man.
I feel you, man. I feel you. It's horrible. There were a lot of, but like I said, just like with Breece Hall. So many of the major publications were so high on ATN, they were high on Breece. So it made sense that the draft order, when you looked and did your own research, every prognosticator had these guys high. And the truth is you never really know. I mean, in my other league, I got Saquon in the start of the 2nd round. Nobody touched him.
What?
Yeah. And I don't think I think Henry went after Saquon. So, and granted, that's like
Henry makes more sense.
10 team league. Yeah, 10-team league. So, yeah. So, and they both went in the 2nd round. I took Saquon. I had the last pick. So, I took AJ and then I took Saquon right afterwards. So, it wouldn't even mattered which one I took. But
went in our league. 1st round, 9th pick. He almost made it out of our 1st round in our league. So I guess it's not that crazy.
He just, he wasn't on anybody's radar because they're the Bijans of the world, McCaffrey of the world, and Brees. And it's silly because you think about it, you're like, you're bringing over one of the most prolific running backs into a better offensive line in a better situation. I think maybe people might have been afraid of injury or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And of course the McCaffrey thing, you can't tell me that freaking Madden jinx ain't real. It's real. It's real, dude. Everybody that's on that freaking thing goes out for a massive amount of games. I wouldn't touch that game for no reason. No, I'm a player. I'm like, nope. You could put me on it, but just black out my face like I'm in a witness protection program or something, because I ain't gonna be on the Madden cover. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Speaking of Christian, I saw somebody today. It was an article, maybe on ESPN. I didn't even click on it. The title was so ridiculous. It says they have Saquon doing the backwards jump, ridiculous play. And they said, is he the next Christian McCaffrey? I was like, what? Aren't you a little late? First of all, he's Saquon. He's his own player. He was good in college. He came in with his own name.
Oh, they knew?
Incredible for the Giants when he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
Why would he need to be the next Christian McCaffrey?
What is he? They knew?
That was weird.
He's been around before?
Weird is the weirdest title. Like I can see if he was a rookie. What are you talking about? We all know Saquon can play. He was just on a shit team. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
What are you talking about, man? But I think I don't know. That was just the wildest shit I'd seen. I was like, both of them are really good backs in their own right, man. Like, what are you talking about? But let's speaking of Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if my brother's still in the chat, but I know you have him. Let me see. When is he supposed to be coming back this week? Saquon? Saquon.
Christian McCaffrey was trending too, but I thought I saw something where he might not be. Check it out. He's always projected for 30. Holy crap.
A 30 burger right off the streets.
Yeah, let's go.
In line to return week 10. And guess what week it is?
Guess what? All you Garendo and Mason owners, time to drop those suckers.
Definitely Garendo.
Head to this head, but if you have Garendo, you got to drop him right now.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Has he returned to practice? Thursday, season debut. Obviously, he's playing. Then he's playing.
So he went to Germany so that he could get injected with baby embryos.
Yeah.
So come back.
That's he went to go see the healer.
Stem cells.
He saw a healer, not a doctor. He saw a healer. Yeah, man. That's but hey, bro, this could jumpstart your season, because this was a huge blow. Because I remember when we were doing the draft, and in the pre-draft, we're waiting for everything to start. I remember I asked my brother, I was like, would you draft McCaffrey if he fell to you? He was like, yeah. And he fell to him, and then he didn't start that week 1. And I never forget, like the week 1, he got the switch. And everybody's like, yo, McCaffrey's out? Yo, who the fuck is this Mason kid? And I see Joe pick up Mason. I'm like, why is Joe picking up Mason? Boom. That shit was terrible, man.
Yeah, done. I got a quick joke for you. All right. So this guy was rubbing a lamp, and a genie came out and said, I will grant you 3 wishes, but there are 3 things that you cannot ask for. You cannot ask for more wishes. You cannot ask me to make somebody love you. And you cannot ask me to kill somebody. So what's your first wish? And he said, Genie, can you make all my fantasy players healthy again? And the guy said, there are 4 things you cannot wish for.
That's a good one. Oh, man. And it's so fitting. That joke is so fitting for this season. This is the worst season I've ever seen when it came to injuries. Like, I check on these players more than my family members.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. Like, I know more about their health, how they've done this week, more than my own family. And it's so embarrassing. Like, so you do have the time, huh?
Yeah.
Won't even read a family text, but to read a whole injury report on AJ Brown's knee this week. Somebody did that. Somebody ignored a text from their family member asking for help, and instead they were reading about is AJ Brown going to play this week.
Nana's asking about you. Holy shit, AJ bruised his knee.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of AJ, he's off the injury report. Oh boy.
Yeah,
That's a
this
really
one
good
for me,
sign, man.
this
That's
one
a
for me is
really good sign.
yeah, I'm glad he's healthy. I would like to see him play 50% of the snaps if they're winning well against Dallas because of that they got to play Thursday. I don't want to see anybody get hurt during this game. You know, I want him to beat Dallas, of course, but I don't see anybody get hurt and then not be ready for Thursday because that's going to be a big litmus test for these Eagles. Dallas, we know, is hurting. They could lose that game, so I'm not like looking past it. What I'm saying is that yeah, going to Dallas, if he has to play, has to play. But if they're winning straight away because they got Cooper Rush out there and no CD, then finish the game and then get to work on Washington and keep everybody healthy. Because I think after that Thursday night, after these two games, you know, we know that who the leader in the NFC East is going to be. You know, granted, the Eagles still have a tough schedule after that. With we got the Rams and Baltimore. So this next 4-game stretch, dude, seriously.
I mean, we're a Hail Mary away for being in first place.
Yeah.
We're like a fluke. We're a Hail Mary. We're 2 fluke plays. The Saquon drop and the fucking Hail Mary. We're 2 fluke plays from being 2 games.
Yep.
I mean, that's just how crazy, thin margins, man. So that's why I'm like, look, man, I get Washington is in the spot they're in and they're looking like the hot seat, but I'm like, we're talking literally 2 football plays.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
2 plays.
Yeah, they tend to play well in Philly, though. You remember when Heineke came in there and freaking did the fake fall when he acted like he'd been shot, and they called.
Graham.
Yeah, because he went to the knees. He went to his knees, and then Graham hit him
into him and just
like somebody sniped him because he freaking fell out.
I remember that.
They presented him the Oscar right after that, and then so. They do tend to play well in Philly, so we'll see that Washington game. I don't want to look ahead, but I'm glad that they're healthy. Yeah, so we got to have everybody back. We need Devontae. I don't think Devontae was practicing. They didn't practice yesterday. I think what I saw. Look him up. Returns in limited fashion. Yeah, I think yesterday he wasn't practicing.
He's only had 1 bad week.
What's up with Goddard too? Is he on track?
He had 1 bad week. Jesus Christ.
Let's shift gears and look at Eagle players. Where's Goddard?
Damn.
Will Shipley.
I'm surprised by these numbers. I watch every damn game, but I'm like, he only had 1 bad week.
Yep.
Man, he is the Reaper. I guess he don't even puts in another full practice.
Boom. I thought he was back at practice. That's good. I like Calcaterra, but it's nice to have him back. So all you Dallas Goddard owners, this might be the week.
Now we can throw the screen. If we're going to throw a screen, it has to be the guy. Whatever reason, man, the screens don't work. And now we're trying to sneak in the kid Smith.
I don't see them ever running them with Saquon. I think that he would kill with Saquon running those screens. But we'll see.
I seen they try to work this kid in last week.
I did see that. Didn't get called for penalty. Got called for holding or something like that.
Yeah. Why can't he return? 5'9", 176. Maybe he can't catch the ball. One thing that people overlook is fielding the punt. Like this, it's not for everybody.
No,
especially if we're going to have the reason why I bring this up. If he can do it, if we're going to have DeJean playing in the nickel, damn near every down, blitzing and all of that, we can free him up on a kick return. I would hate for a fluke or just somebody bumps into him or hits him when not supposed to. Now we lose another because right now with DeJean in that nickel slot, it's been working. Everything has been
all DeJean does know is fair catch. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him run one back very, very, very rarely. And even fair catches it inside the 10. I'm like, dude, stop doing that. But yeah, I think that Covey loss was bad because he was really having a good season. And that's probably really detrimental. We really should have looked at maybe at the trade deadline, getting some sort of speed, or maybe bring John Ross back. But again, he probably can't field punts. He probably couldn't hold on to him. We don't need that.
Yeah,
I do like Johnny Smith too, but I mean, Johnny Wilson. They had a knee.
Sound like a singer, something. Johnny Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Wilson.
I'd love to see him get more access. That's a 6'6" kid, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been on the field a couple of times, but
he could have had a tutty, but he pushed off.
Yep. Oh yeah. You know who else I like rookie is Will Shipley, man. When he got that one shot,
Oh yeah.
And he blew through the line, and then they called holding. That was disappointing. I would actually love to see Will get a few carries instead of Gainwell just to see.
He is explosive, Shipley.
Just to see. I just want to see him in game. And I just think they rely too much on Gainwell to spell. And I haven't been impressed with Gainwell this year as far as his production.
He had a good tackle. I don't know if you've seen Shipley's tackle
Yep.
on special teams. He really blew up a play on special teams. I was like, and that's our running back, and that's a running back. But back in the day, guys, if you weren't starting and stuff like that, you would play special teams. That was just part of it. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I guess it all starts at practice. I think maybe you got to earn those reps at practice. And
I also Gainwell's been there though, so
he has equity. He has equity with the Eagles.
Yep, exactly.
He's been through all the times. So I said my question. Oh, this is my brother. It's okay.
Yeah, you're looking at brothers. You were looking to see how McCaffrey was coming back.
McCaffrey, Zay on the trading block. He still got Zay out there on the trading block. He's
the last 2 weeks. He's probably asking for more than he's worth right now. I mean, Zay has been up and down, big boomer bust. Started off slow. He's had a bunch of 20 games, but he's also had a few single digit ones too.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It's either
had a great game against Denver, which surprised me because Denver's defense had been playing really, really well. And I expected them to keep that game at least reasonably close. And Baltimore just killed them. I don't know what's going to happen tonight because I think I do. I think if I'm honest with myself, Baltimore's at home. I think Cincinnati is just a team that has no identity. Their defense is atrocious. They got Cam Taylor-Britt, who is a great corner, but other than that, I don't even know if he's healthy right now. But other than that, they don't stop the run well. They don't stop the pass well. I think they're in for a shellacking, and it's a shame because they've got talent on the other side of the ball. But T. Higgins has been in and out of the lineup. Burrow's just not had the best year. T.
Higgins is a different. He has been he's been noticeable.
Yeah.
Since he's been gone. But I think the Ravens probably don't get enough credit for is that they have like I think Baltimore is like the 25th ranked defense, and I think Cincinnati's like 26. So they're like 25th and 26. And I think like defense for defense, Bengals, believe it or not, have a better defense overall. Like when you rank the passing and the stopping the run. They're better overall than the Ravens. Ravens just hold the ball a long time because they have good running backs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have King Henry himself.
Definitely.
And Lamar is just playing the best I've seen him play, period. Like it's the best I've seen him play. And they hold the ball a lot. They can just wear you down. But when they get the ball, they really can't stop the pass that well. I think they've just moved out of I think they're like 27th, something like that. But yeah, man, just because I was watching the facility today and they was making that point, they brought it up because obviously it's a hell of a matchup. And I was surprised by those stats too, that, I had the Ravens defense a couple times, but I had to drop them because they're inconsistent and you can throw on them. Now running on them is a different story, but you can throw on them. You can throw on them all day. So I don't like as much question.
We'll see how that works out tonight. It'll be a fun game to watch. Then I just every time I watch Cincy these days, they did have a great game last weekend. But who were they playing last weekend? They were
Raiders.
Yeah,
just so kept giving the ball back.
That goes without saying. So they had a great game last week, but it seemed like before that, like the Eagles game, they look like they're just struggling to find themselves, and they've not gotten off to a good start, and it just keeps getting worse. So we'll see.
Yeah, man, Bengals are a squad that if they play with a lead, you're in trouble. But if you can have them chasing the game, just like the Eagles game, we had them kind of chasing the game a little bit, and then that's when we put you in the spot where we want you in, because we struggle stopping the run, especially when we're behind. It's like compounding.
Well, our coach likes us to chase the game. He likes to help the Eagles chase the game because he takes points away so that they can always be honest with themselves.
Yeah.
Keep it,
yeah, man.
That's subtle sarcasm there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Nick is. I mean, he's just aggravating. I think like that's the because you think I think when you did it 4 times in one game, you left points on the board 4 times. It's like, all right, man, it's like borderline insanity a little bit. Like, what are you trying?
Wasn't it 5?
9 points in the NFL?
Yeah, it was 5 because it was 2 field goals and 3 extra points, man. It's 5 times you keep going for it.
5 times. Yeah, there you go.
And then the 6th time you say, "Oh, let's not go for it. Let's kick a 57-yarder."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know, granted, Elliott normally will make those, but you can't in a big game, you can't put that pressure on your kicker when you haven't used your kicker all game. Anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. The only thing that's good is that if he does that in Dallas, he won't hear the boos. Except if there's a ton of Philly fans in Dallas, which they've known to.
They will be. The Eagles fans will travel well. We always do. I just hope it's not I thought the Rams game was going to be a trap game before we play the Ravens. Like, I'm really worried about that game. I'm like, well, not a trap game anymore because they're playing well, but leading up to it, like when I looked when they were sucking really bad, the Rams, I was like, okay, man, I hope that's not a trap game. But now that they're playing well, it won't be a trap game because
we know what's coming.
Right. And then I just didn't want them to go to sleep. But then now I'm like, I hope they don't get rocked to sleep by Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You see Dallas playing poorly.
Exactly.
And then you walk in there sleepwalking, and all of a sudden you could be down. Fuck, man. So I just hope
favorites on the road. I don't like it at all.
Luckily, they're Dallas. The biggest thing I've liked this year is that once the Eagles, 2 of their games got flexed off of prime time, essentially.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've been playing better, like just flying under the radar, just going in there, taking care of business, and getting up out of there. And I think if we keep playing, they're going to flex that Ravens game. I'm telling you, that's not going to be it. They're going to flex that Ravens game for Sunday night if both teams.
Maybe even the Rams, but we'll see.
Yeah, man. So just wanted to take a quick, we have 5 weeks out before the playoffs start. Week 15, so week 10 through 14, 5 weeks. Excuse me. See where we're sitting at right now, man. Way too early, but just want to see where we're sitting at. Rod, brother at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
See who all makes it in. Yeah. Oh, you'll be out. Are you on the bubble?
Yeah. I'm be dead last.
Let's see here. Not away. Okay. So you
I'm
moved
8th
up.
right now.
So, okay. This week, who do you play? You play Too Much Sauce, so you definitely need TDE free to lose. I'm playing Endless Cockpit, so we'll swap it. I won't even swap. I can't even gain a place even with a win. I'm just either stuck in 5th or go down into purgatory on the bubble here.
Yep.
Man, only thing that's helping me right now is my points against. I have 1,600 points against. So we're right there. You have 1 more point than I do. Yeah. So that's the only thing that kind of helps me look at my points against and then look at Too Much Sauce. I'm only 20 points off the first place. So it depends on who you play each week, because look at that. And my brother has the second most points in the league. He's at the bottom with the second most points in the league, 16-11. He played the highest score 3 weeks in a row.
Crazy.
That's cold. That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. You second in points and you're 2-7. That's cold. Cold-blooded. But yeah, man. Hey, we got the game tonight. Cincinnati.
Yep. I'm ready.
Cincinnati Bengals. This is their second matchup already this year, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. So far, the Ravens in this matchup with these quarterbacks, Burrow's only 1-1. I think the Ravens are 5-1 in this matchup. He says he's last in points forced.
That's important.
Oh, my bad. Points against. My bad. I read that wrong.
Yeah.
You actually. Oh, man. Well, do you deserve to be where you're at? I take all that back. Points against. You're right.
Brothers, man.
But you have that still sucks though. That you run into some monsters. Oh yeah. So those injuries have killed you. Okay.
No doubt.
So, no, I was right. Yeah, I'm 16, 60. I was reading the wrong stats. Too Much Sauce with 17. Florida man. Anyway, Dallas week. Go Birds.
Yep.
Go Birds. That's all I care about this week. It's just beating Dallas. Keep advancing on, and then can't wait for that Washington matchup. Oh, yep. I think we're going to run them up out of there.
I hope so.
Well, I don't know. Defense is pretty good. Dan Quinn calls a good game against us. So,
yeah, we'll see how Jaden Daniels plays against the Eagles. That'd be interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah. You got anything before we get out of here, man?
That's about it. Just, hey, let's have a great. Actually, I will say one thing. Veterans Day is Monday, so happy Veterans Day to all veterans out there, including you.
Yeah. And happy Veterans Day as well. Oh, yeah.
Family and friends that have all served. So enjoy the great long weekend. I got a friend coming in from out of town. We're going to have a good time. We're going to play some golf and love life. So
go get you a free burger from Applebee's or something.
Yep, exactly. Whatever I get.
Whatever you can get. But yeah, man, we're going to get out of here, man. Go Birds. Fucking Dallas week. Fucking Dallas week.
Yep. Yeah.
You lose no fucking Cooper Rush, man. I'll be so pissed. But
yeah,
with that said, we're out of here, man. Go.